I was pissed when they fired Tom Thibodeau, hotter than fish grease. But I must say, Mike Brown is not a bad coach. Mike Brown shouldn't have been fired from the Sacramento Kings. I believe Mike Brown will come in and capture the ears of that locker room. I believe that Mike Brown will hold guys accountable. I believe that Mike Brown will get the best out of Karl Anthony Towns defensively. I believe that Mike Brown will get the best out of Jalen Brunson defensively, because that's what needs to happen. You got to. You got to hold those guys accountable. And if you're Jalen Brunson, you're Karl Anthony Towns, embrace the noise. Whether it's coming from me or whoever, hear the noise and respond to the noise. Because y'all were a defensive liability last year. It's only so much a coach could do for you guys, just keeping it a buck. At some point, pride got to kick in. That ain't happening no more. We saw it with Steph Curry on his fourth championship. That was probably his best one. He probably one he will remember more than the other ones. You know why? Not only did he get Finals MVP, but you got to remember, in that series, you had Boston from Al Horford, Tatum, Brown. They were trying to search Steph out. They was trying to pick on him. They was trying to go at him on the low block. Steph holding his ground. Nah, I ain't going. Contest. You know what I'm saying? Steph was doing the little things. And it mattered. So not only did he show up averaging 30 plus in that series, he was defending his ass off. Right? He was defending his ass off. And if you're Jalen Brunson, you Karl Anthony Towns, I don't want to hear this is who they are. Nah, that ain't true. You can get better. You can get better with your lateral quickness. You can get better with your speed. They got drills out there. Go hit the track. Go find a strength and conditioning coach, a speed coach. That's going to help you move them puppies. They got that. Embrace that. Because that's the only thing that both of you guys are lacking. That's the only thing that y'all lacking is the ability to defend at a high level. And Karl Anthony Towns, if I was you, I'd go lose me about 15 pounds. Boy, at 15 pounds, you get 15 pounds off of you, bro, and you stay consistent. It's going to be smoke. Boy, you going to be ready. You going to be ready. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm looking forward. Look, I'm looking forward first and foremost to my vacation. Then I look forward to the season next year because it's going to be exciting. I'm thinking about already getting me some Rockets, some season tickets to the Rockets game because it's going to be lit. You know what I'm saying? They already fired up down here in the H-Town, and rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? You got a legit championship contender. Now, last but not least, moving to Memphis, okay? The Memphis Grizzlies, I've been seeing a lot of, back and forth on the internet. Some Memphis fans are pissed off. Some are still riding. You have different opinions throughout the course of media. I get all that. About Jaren Jackson Jr. I believe Jaren Jackson Jr. just got 240 plus. I would never, ever, 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 ever knock a player for getting their money. I want you to max out. Get as much dollars as you possibly can. Do I think Memphis overpaid for Jaren Jackson Jr.? Absolutely. They did. But we here now. Next they going to have to pay Ja, right? So if Jaren Jackson Jr. got 240, Ja probably going to get close to 300. Okay, so you pay for those two. Can those two take you to a championship? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I believe Ja is one of one. I'm just not a believer in Jaren Jackson Jr. But he could prove me wrong. I think he has a lot to work on. I think he has a lot of growing to do. I just don't see him as a second option type guy. Maybe a third option, but not a second option type guy. Now, he could prove me wrong. Big fella could come in and, he could be on some different type of stuff. I just don't see it. I don't see that Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't see that Anthony Davis type potential, right? Like, those guys are just different. Even Giannis to that point when you name power forwards around the league. But a lot of Memphis Grizzly fans are pissed off because Jaren Jackson Jr., apparently he has a toe injury or something to that nature. It's going to be out for about 4 or 5 months, so they hot. They hot. But guess what, y'all? Injuries happen. They happen. Like in the sports world, they happen. You know what I'm saying? The young fella was out there training. He didn't want to be injured. You think he wanted to be hurt after maxing out? No, he wanted to come back and prove why why he got that lettuce. He got the lettuce. He wanted to come out and prove, which he still will have an opportunity to do. But at the end of the day, y'all got to give a man some grace, man. Give a man some grace. It wasn't his fault. Like some things you can't control. Injuries you can't control. I understand y'all feelings because of the timing. But again, he can't control that. Back off the young fella a little bit on that point. You know what I'm saying? I like Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't love him. I just want to see it. I just want to see him take his game to another level. Can he be a guy when he's back on the floor that's going to go out there and get you 25 and 12 a night? Like, that's what I need to see. That's it. I ain't hating. I'm just keeping it real. That's what I need to see. I said it was the last thing I lied. Because I really wanted to go back for a few minutes and revisit what I was talking about earlier in this show, Perk Unplugged. Hit the subscribe button, damn it. Road Trippin to the moon. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But let me get to the Philadelphia 76ers. They need to do something. Everything is playing out in their favor as of right now. Yes, you still have the Cavaliers that are there. Yes, the Knicks are there. But man, with y'all big three, and if y'all come back on a mission, which y'all should, because what y'all did last year was a disappointment. Outside the Phoenix Suns, y'all might have been the biggest disappointment in the NBA. Real talk. And so when you look at what y'all got the athletic young stud in VJ in the draft with the number 3 pick. You got a rising young superstar, if not rising young superstar in Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid, MVP. Paul George, a great third option. And all of a sudden you coming back with the kid Jared McCain coming in off the bench, right? Like, y'all got to do something, bro. Philadelphia just won the Super Bowl. The Eagles. The pressure is on y'all, man. Y'all on the clock. It's competition within the city. The city got y'all held to a certain standard, and there's no way y'all shouldn't come into this season trying to prove everybody wrong, the non-believers. One is me. I was a believer, but I don't believe nothing that y'all saying. Daryl Morey, I don't want to hear your sweet nothings. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear your sweet nothings. I need to see it. Paul George, I don't want to hear yours either. And I get it. You was battling through injury, young fella, and I mean old fella, whatever you want to call it, my guy. But last year, you couldn't hit a bull in the ass with an ironing board. What you gonna do now? What you gonna do now? I think the Philadelphia 76ers, like, you got to address who the leader is. I heard Udonis Haslam speak on this. I believe it's Tyrese Maxey. And y'all come into training camp with a certain type of focus, certain type of mindset, being all in. And Joel Embiid, you are on the clock. We're watching, brother. We have no choice. Because your prime is not like everybody else's prime because of your injury history. But this is a golden opportunity. A golden opportunity. Minimum conference finals. There's nowhere in hell you guys, with the roster that y'all have and how weak the Eastern Conference is, shouldn't be in the Eastern Conference finals this year, this upcoming season. I'm just saying, y'all on the clock, we watching. Nick Nurse, we watching. Need to see what you got. No more drama. Like, we ain't trying to hear drama. We ain't trying to hear the stories. We ain't trying to, all that behind. We don't want to hear reporting. We want to see action. All right?